Hi, I'm Master Mechanic Sam Amolo. Probably know me from Shade Tree Mechanic and Two Guys Garage. Well, if you're a shop owner, you probably had this happen more than once. You got a full shop, every bay is full, every technician's busy. You know you got to stretch to get everything fixed right the first time and out on time as promised. Then the inevitable happens. A customer's car is towed in, they're already on the phone to you. They got a busy day, they want to know about their car, they need it back, and they want you to call them back immediately with an accurate diagnosis and an estimate of repairs. You want to look good, you want to look professional, you want to look well equipped, and you want to do a quick, accurate diagnosis. When this happens to me, this is the tool I grab. It's the OK Spark spark plug sensor. This is all I need for a quick driveway diagnosis. So let's go ahead inside. Let me show you how this thing works, and I'll give you some great diagnostic tips so you can get back to your customer immediately with an accurate diagnosis. Okay, now you see plenty of these cars in your shop. It's a 3800 Buick Regal. It's got distributorless ignition, fuel injection. Millions of these cars on the road. Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Buick, even some Chevrolet products. And you see lots of them in your shop. Sometimes they're towed in. To diagnose it, we take our OK Spark spark plug sensor, and we're going to go ahead and check to see if there's any spark. It's real simple. You turn it on, no adjustments, no sensitivity adjustments. It's ready to go. What this uses is PEER technology, which is plasma energy event recognition. It tells us by just holding this probe against the plug wire exactly how that plug's firing in the cylinder. Now, a spark plug might fire. You can take it out, ground it, and watch it fire. It might fire in the atmosphere, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fire in the cylinder under the extreme cranking pressures of the compression. So what we want to do is know exactly what's happening in our cylinder, and this will tell us. Now the other thing we have here that's exclusive to OK Spark is a snapshot mode. We just hit the mode button, put it in the snapshot mode. It's supplied with a little clip on our flexible wand. I can clip this to the plug wire. I don't have to bother any of my technicians and take them off a job. I can do this by myself. So I'll put this down on the plug wire, clip it on. Once we're clipped on here, all I need to do is go inside and continue our diagnosis. Okay, here's our first test. Hop in the car, turn on the key immediately, look at the fuel gauge. Make sure you're not working on a car that doesn't have any fuel in it. Don't laugh, it's happened to me, I know it's happened to you. All right, now, we'll crank the engine. It doesn't start, but it sure spins over good. That tells me the battery's good, the cables have the ability to carry the power to the starter, starter motor's working, solenoid. A few seconds of testing, I've got a lot of information. Let's get outside and see what our OK Spark spark plug sensor is telling us. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The OK Spark spark plug sensor tells us we've got spark at the plug, it fired in the cylinder, and of course the wire is good. That tells me my crankshaft position sensor is good, the PCM or engine computer is good, primary ignition module is good, the secondary coil pack can make the energy it needs to travel down the wire and fire the plugs. You know, by the way this engine cranks, a trained mechanic can tell it's got compression, so I know my timing chain's not broken. The only thing left that made this thing quit is going to be fuel delivery. I can hear the injectors clicking, so let's try some starting fluid. So far, if you'll notice, I haven't taken a plug out of the engine. I haven't put a tool to this engine other than an OK Spark spark plug sensor. Now we're going to try a little starting fluid. Real simple. With a screwdriver, I'll take this clamp off this boot. We'll put a little starting fluid in here, and then when we crank it, it should run on the starting fluid. All right, let's see what happens with the starting fluid. Engine's running, ran on the fluid, that confirms it. We determined that the fuel pump's not operating. We'll take a meter, check the circuit, most likely with 175,000 miles, it's a fuel pump. Now you can call the customer, give them the estimate, and that's pretty good. Quick, accurate, easy diagnosis. I didn't have to take anything apart. And on a car like this, you already know that, including your diagnostic charge, you're looking at somewhere between $500 and $900 for a pump replacement, and you can have this car back in the customer's hands before lunch tomorrow. Not a bad way to add profit to your week. I don't know about you, but when I get a diagnosis like this, I like to check my spark plugs first. Use the real spark plug tester, the OK Spark spark plug sensor. It's the only one in the industry that has exclusive PEER technology, which is plasma energy event recognition, which means it's actually seeing what goes on inside the cylinder under pressure at the spark plug. It's also being able to have the snapshot mode, which is exclusive to OK Spark. I can work by myself. This little tester, by the way, is designed to be used in conjunction with your scope. It's not designed to replace your scope. It's not designed to replace your OBD2 scan tool. Another tool in your toolbox for quick, accurate diagnosis. Remember what I told you earlier. High voltage doesn't necessarily guarantee spark activity in the engine. Know the truth. Know exactly what's happening in that cylinder using the OK Spark spark plug sensor with PEER technology. This will tell you exactly what's going on. Sure, there's some competitive pieces on the market, but you need more than one. They're not flexible. Okay, you got sensitivity adjustments, you got to do averaging. With the OK Spark spark plug sensor, you just turn it on and test. This one unit works on any engine that's got a spark plug, whether it's a lawnmower, a chainsaw, 2-cycle, 4-cycle, conventional ignition systems, points and electronic. It'll also work on coil unplug ignitions. Let me show you. Okay, what we've got here is a little Mustang, 4.6 liter coil unplug. And you know the problem they have with these coil unplug ignitions, this car's got a misfire. I'll take the probe of the OK Spark, put it on the side of the coil pack. Both the coil and the plug are firing. Go to the next cylinder. Uh-oh. The coil's showing good, but the plug's not firing. We'll have to investigate that. The next cylinder, both working. Both working. Okay, we'll shut it off and we'll pull out this plug, see what we see. It's got a little oil on it. Plug's fouled. This plug's defective. It's not firing. Time for us to put a spark plug in. All right, we got it fired up and running. You can see how steady the engine is. Look at that. Plug's firing, coil's firing. The OK Spark sensor found it like that. All right, we've got a little Falcon wagon here. Got a 289 high-performance V8 in it. And of course, it's got distributor cap, rotor, wires, plugs. Take our OK Spark sensor, and you can tell every one of these is firing. I can diagnose the whole system, 1, 2, 3. Nothing to it. You know, nothing could be simpler or more accurate. Hope you enjoyed seeing the OK Spark spark plug sensor in action today and got some good diagnostic tips. This is what you need to get. Thanks for watching.